So we're going to get my first object. And my object is called the Conjure chest, or Conjure chest, if you want to be fancy.
Sorry, I bit my lip and then...
In anticipation?
I did, and I, ripped it.
That's incredible.
I'm just over here licking
and biting.
Licking and sucking over here.
Josh licking and biting.
Just getting ready for later tonight.
Oh, grody.
I got nothing.
That's all good. That's all good.
I live alone.
So my Conjure chest, I don't. I'm getting married.
Which is worse.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be a question, but I actually choked on that.
That's great. The Conjure chest.
That's fucking great. Would you shut up? I want to speak.
The Conjure
then
chest.
There's... Oh, shit. I'm kidding.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm going to hit him. I'm going to hit him.
Go ahead.
The Conjure chest. While doing the research on this story comes from, I'll get into the 1860s. But there's a few different variations on the story. But they all have the same gist. They all have the same characters. The only difference really is that the characters' names have changed.
The players are the same.
Just
the items are the same.
So I don't know what changes. I'm sorry. I don't know who the actual name was.
That's okay.
But regardless, the stories were the same. The Conjure chest begins in Kentucky on a slave-owning plantation in the 1860s, as I said.
Okay.
The owner of the plantation was a man named Jacob Cooley. By most... Yeah. By most accounts, I said, because, like I said, there was another name I saw.
Another gay.
Graham.
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 Graham. You're having a little trouble.
I fucking love graham crackers.
They are delicious.
Cooley was expecting a newborn son, the first child that he would bear. So the new father...
He bears child?
Yeah, he bears him.
He bears him. He holds on to him.
Right to bear child.
Right on his butthole.
No.
Who bears childs? Children. Isn't it the women that bear children?
It was the first child he bore into the woman.
Yes, he drilled it in there. That was intense.
That was the anticipation of it. So he bore into her a child, the first one. So the new father wanted to create nothing.
The new father.
The new father wanted to prepare for the new addition to the family. So he asked one of his slaves, Hosea, who was a skilled craftsman, to build a chest for him.
Oh, so they had transgender people back then too, huh? Hosea. Used to be Jose.
It's Hosea.
I know, it used to be Jose, though.
What gender do you think Hosea is?
Hosea is gender neutral.
Oh, fluid. Well, Hosea, the craftsman, was asked, but due to the unfortunate situation that they were in, wasn't so much an asking. But he was a skilled craftsman. Hosea went to work and made for him a beautiful chest with multiple drawers for storing various items in.
Lots of drawers.
That's a chest.
Okay, so I'm going to confess. When you said chest, in my head...
Yeah, same thing I thought, too.
I thought chest, and you're talking about a chest that you put a...
Looks like this bad bitch.
Nice.
There's a picture in the video right here. Got him.
Yeah.
Now you have to.
That's fine, but where was your hand? Because it wasn't on screen. Right here.
That's what I'm saying. It's off screen. They got to look it up. No, the chest is actually... not like a treasure chest.
Yeah, like I expected it to be.
So did I when I saw the title. And
a jewelry chest. A chest that's small and you can carry around.
Yes.
You can't carry that around.
Sure you can.
Strap it on my back. Here we go.
How do you think it gets put places? It's like a dresser pretty much for all intents and purposes. Mm-hmm. The thing was immaculate. I said, what?
About 20 episodes back, you learned intents and purposes.
Not intensive. The thing is immaculate. But Cooley didn't see it that way, and he was displeased with the chest Hosea made.
Wow, he looked a gift horse in the mouth.
Yeah, he was not too impressed with it for some reason.
I mean, realized.
It looks fine. I heard you. I was going to let you have it.
Hosea is a guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a woman.
I know you did.
Shit! I assumed, and I assumed wrong.
What happens when you assume?
I make an ass out of you.
And?
You.
All right. Unfortunately, Cooley did not like the chest for some reason. The can is a clanking.
It was. It's a little loose in that one thumb spot. I must have squeezed it tight. I squeezed it hard and grabbed it from Brazil. Perdition? Oh, I don't know. I'm not a religious guy.
Great. I wish I knew you were going with that originally.
I reached down and grabbed him from the depths of... It's in Supernatural. If anybody watches Supernatural...
I watched it like 6 times, but I don't remember that.
When Castiel grabbed Dean out of hell. He
I
says,
remember
I
now.
reached down deep and grabbed you from damnation or something like that.
Gotcha.
Anyways,
Cool.
Fucking Christ, let's go.
Speaking of cool, Cooley,
Oh,
like I said, was not happy with the chest for some
Yes.
reason. I
Yes,
mean,
sir.
you shouldn't really, you don't have room to complain. Cooley's response was not a rational or normal one, like, hey, could you tweak this on the next one? Or how about you finish it with, oak instead of redwood, something like that. No, he answered his anger by beating Hosea mercilessly
the fuck?
until days later, he succumbed to his injuries and died.
Okay, I can see where this is going, and I agree with what's going to happen next. Please proceed.
Yeah. Fuck Cooley.
Right?
This cruel and horrible incident pissed off some of the other slaves on the plantation, and they had an idea to get revenge.
Good.
The group of slaves enlisted the help of a Conjure man, who was currently enslaved on the plantation as well. A Conjure man is basically a witch doctor. They practice conjury as defined by vocabulary.com.
Gotcha.
The group was able to steal the chest only briefly, but long enough to enact their scheme.
I like this.
Now, this specific Conjure man, who used to practice in his homeland in Africa, now enlisted by the group, cursed the chest with the group by spreading dried owl blood all over it and chanting various incantations.
All right. I don't want to know the incantations, and we don't want to put them out there because we don't want you doing the same thing to other people.
Well, I have them listed here for you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
The chest would now literally become a death sentence.
All right.
Spread the dried owl blood on it. Despite his disapproval of the chest, Cooley still placed it in his son's room when he was born.
Oh, okay.
It's a little fucked.
The father's a piece of shit.
Yes.
Don't take it out on the poor kid.
The newborn's clothes were said to be put in it, as you do with a chest.
I hope so.
But days later, after being born, the newborn son died.
Meow. I don't know why the cat noise was, but...
The first victim of the Conjure chest.
Yeah, an
Cooley-
innocent boy.
Huh?
Innocent boy.
Yeah, he's just a couple days old.
Yeah.
Not the first victim. Not the last victim. He was the first victim.
Not the first victim. Technically, he's not the first victim, unfortunately.
Yes, if you want to classify it that. It's the first in the... We're not getting there. Whatever. Cooley.
Wow! That was a... Yeah,
There's a long way for clarification that wasn't going there.
That's fine, yes.
Cooley would go on to have another son who had inherited the chest in his room as well. But on the second son's 21st birthday, he survived 21 years. On his 21st birthday, he was stabbed to death.
By his father.
No. He was just stabbed to death.
It didn't tell who. Okay.
No.
All right, gotcha.
Now, just a little preface and PSA coming up here. There's a lot of names, a lot of people.
Okay.
But I got you guys. We're going to get through it together.
Hold his hand.
You and I are going to get through this. Cooley's third son, named John,
Jebediah,
had also survived the chest growing up. Jebediah. In time, I didn't write and.
It's
and
all
in
right.
time was given one of his father's plantations as well as the Conjure chest. So John had a few of them.
And John's still alive at this point.
Yeah, John survived up until his third. I mean, he survives, but at this point, his third son's grown up enough to inherit a plantation. So he survived well into his later.
It's kind of annoying that.
Yes, he married a far younger woman named Ellie, and she became wise to the tragedy that followed the chest. So Ellie is John's daughter-in-law.
Got it.
Understood. To avoid any similar outcomes for her kin, to her or her kin, Ellie decided to store the chest in the attic and never to use it.
Okay, all right.
Around this time, Cooley's youngest daughter, Melinda eloped with an Irishman named Sean.
Penn.
Yes.
No,
him.
that's not.
So,
Wait. So, repeat.
Melinda is John's daughter.
Okay.
Married Sean.
Shawnee.
So you've got Ellie and I've already forgotten his name.
It's okay.
Cooley's third son, John. John and Ellie, Melinda and Sean. Brother and sister is John and Melinda.
Got it.
Got it. These are players. Like I said, we're going to get through it together.
Yes, we are.
I almost had to draw out a family tree when I was researching. So Melinda married Sean. With nowhere for them to live, they turned to John and Ellie for help. This is Melinda and Sean. So they came to them and said, hey, what the fuck can you do for us? John and Ellie had acquired a few farms in Tennessee and gave one of them to the new couple for a place for them to live and work.
Gotcha.
Melinda and Sean eventually had kids, and Melinda worked tirelessly nonstop for the farm, day and night, nonstop, while Sean began to hate and grow tired of farm life. He started to be like, I don't fucking like this shit.
Meanwhile, Melinda's busting her ass.
Yeah, she did, because that was their...
livelihood.
Yes, thank you. That was the word I couldn't look for in this notes.
Couldn't look for it in this notes.
Yeah, it's not here.
It disappeared. No, the fucker didn't write it.
Yes. So the dad, the original beater,
Yes, sir.
they not heard from again. So he probably died of old age. Fucking horribly.
I would have loved it if he was even the only victim.
Yeah, he could have
Just him.
It probably would have been easier just to hop up in that shit and just like pow 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 while he's sleeping, you know?
Well, I don't think back in those days they could just pow, 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 but I get what you mean.
No, pow 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 with your fists.
Ah! Oh, the computer was blocking that. Blocking that.
The bloking it.
It was bloking it.
Well-
Shrimp and a barbie.
Shrimp and the bobby. So Ellie decided.
Ellie the elephant.
Ellie, which is Melinda's sister-in-law. Ellie
Got
is
it.
the one who has the chest in the attic.
Yes.
Ellie decided that she would try and cheer Melinda up from her daily struggles.
I'm going to give you a chest.
Yeah. And
Seriously?
sent the chest to her at the farm.
Okay, you said Ellie knew.
She suspected about the tragedy, but she thought that since it had sat in the attic dormant that no harm would come of it. She thought that it might just been a load of horse shit because it's been up in the attic for who knows how many years at this point.
Right.
And nothing's happened.
Well, here's a
Family heirloom.
stained fairly heirloom.
Well, yeah,
Owl?
I mean,
Was it owl?
dried owl blood.
Okay,
Who knows
yeah,
if you
yeah,
could really? It wasn't like smeared, wet to smear on it. I'm
Yeah.
sure you probably wouldn't have been able to detect it. But she figured, cheer her up, give her something of her family.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know. So days after the chest's arrival,
Yes.
Sean abandoned his family and farm life and moved to New Orleans.
I think that was coming, though, either way.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, but it was days after. Not that I'm not saying, oh, it was a fucking chest. But I'm saying, like,
Wow, that was intense.
it was. I'm just saying those
Yeah,
days
it was.
after. That's what they said.
I got you. That's what they said.
But that's not the last of Sean's story.
Oh, Sean has more stories.
He would soon die from being struck in the head by a steamboat gangplank.
So he died.
Yeah, steamboat gangplank. You know what that is?
I don't know what that is.
So you know on steamboats, those big ones in New Orleans with the big like
Yep.
yes. Now on the front of them, they have these big gangplanks that go down that people walk on and off of.
Okay.
They're like big ramps that they'll fold down.
Understood.
Fucking got clocked on the head with it and killed him.
Well, shit.
It's just stayed on the farm.
Now, I know you probably don't know this
Okay.
answer because we weren't around back then.
Try me, bitch.
How fast did they come down? Like, is it a
17 and a half feet per second.
Yeah. Damn, that's fast.
Look out.
I was wondering if it was a Deadpool Austin Powers situation where he had like 20 minutes to move and he's just sitting there like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Or if it was quick.
I don't know.
I mean, because do you really wish death on this guy? It was his father that was a prick.
No, but
Then
he
again-
did abandon his wife and kids.
I was about to say, then again, he abandoned wife and kids and they all had plantations,
Well,
right? So fuck them all.
well, this was just a farm. It didn't say it was a slave owning plantation.
Okay. Then I take it back. I take it back.
And after you,
Got to have all the details.
yeah.
All right.
So for Melinda, though, after Sean left, she went into a deep depression. Having her husband
Look at that.
abandon her and having the kids, having to deal with not deal with the kids,
Oh, that's tough.
but you know what I mean.
I do, yeah.
And until that point, doing all of the work maintaining the farms in their lives already. Now, she already still had to continue it, but now there was definitely no safety. Not safety, but somebody to fall back on to help out. For Melinda, is what I said. She died shortly after, in her 40s. In her bed, tragically depressed state. So
she died of depression.
Yeah,
or the chest.
Well, you be the judge.
Well, I'm just wondering if that's one of the bodies that's on the 17th.
They attributed to it.
Okay. Okay, I shouldn't talk in the can.
Okay, it's okay. The orphan children were now given new homes amongst the other family members.
Forgot about the children.
Yeah,
they don't have parents now.
Now they don't have either parent.
Fuck.
So they were divided up amongst the family members.
Seems to be the children that keep suffering from their parents' fuck-ups.
Yeah, it was like they cursed the whole family line.